Hi, I'm Jesse Nemitz. Welcome to Singing Success TV. This week I'm just going to talk about breathing and singing. I don't like breathing to be a really complicated topic. It shouldn't be. But it is a little more than just some people, what they say about, oh, it's just natural. You just talk, you breathe naturally like you were from a baby, and it's fine. The only reason it's not fine is because we tend to complicate it. And we tend to change way too many things about what makes it natural, and we make it harder. So I'm just going to go down through some of the things that I check maybe in a voice lesson with somebody, especially as it gets to the point where you need to worry about breathing. And I shouldn't say worry. It's more like you need to be aware of how it should feel. And we don't spend too much time on it on these videos. But now I just want to show a couple things. The most important thing about breathing is that it's got to be natural and speech-like. Just like the positioning of your technique, where you don't want to catch yourself pushing your throat down at all. You want to make sure your breathing's the same way. What I mean is, if you're breathing in, the first thing you're looking for is a distortion of that natural, easy place. If you breathe in going, you're toast. What it does, if you listen to my talking voice and how easy and relaxed this is right now, and then I go, and then I try to talk right after that, I try to say something, and it's automatically in a position that isn't easy anymore. So if you're breathing in that way, you're going to set your technique up differently. You're going to have to try harder just to get it balanced. So I've got to breathe in real deep, and then try to get the voice back to normal, what normal phonation would be like, and you end up with this really, really awful sound. And you also get this push and pull, where the better you breathe, the worse off your voice feels, and you have to work harder to try to get it in that spot. You're not trying to fight yourself. That's the idea. You want your breathing to be natural and speech-like, so when you breathe in, you're right back where you left it, maybe just a little more refreshed. So the idea that you've got to jump in like that, and you watch your shoulders raise up and everything, and your throat goes down, your neck feels like it's widening and getting open. It's just like the last thing you want to do. So there's two main confusions in breathing, because there's really two ways to think about it. You've got the volume of air that you're taking in, you've got the velocity of the air. And how fast you breathe in and how much you breathe in are two different things. Because you can take a very small straw and you breathe in at that rate, and this thing doesn't push down. You take the same thing, but you breathe in faster, more volume, but the same speed. It takes you less time to get it all in, but the throat's distorted. The same thing on the exhale. If I breathe in normal and I blow it out real fast, it's not really the velocity that was the problem, it was the volume. I'm trying to get too much of it into one place too quickly. So I'm trying to breathe out way too fast. What if I breathe in, and then I breathe out, and that's just that amount of volume. What if I take that volume, you can see this isn't open, it's not letting a lot out, and I increase the speed. So the space in which it's coming out is still the same position when I breathed in. So it's really just a velocity thing you're looking to control. All it means is that you're going for a perfect position, and that's speech position, when you do anything with your breathing, whether it's in or out. So if you're going to worry about it at all, the first thing you have to know is that you may be going for speed, and that speed is so important. But as soon as you go, and you've lost the position of your talking, you might as well just give up and go back to something very natural. Stop worrying about the breathing. Or fix it right there. Here, do this. Sit back. Keep your neck straight. Shoulders back. Just kind of chill out there. And breathe in through your nose. And out through your nose. You shouldn't feel this move at all. Now, the faster you can breathe out, without feeling this thing go, where the thing goes real big and open, the more control you have over the attack of your voice. Because really, let's say you're doing a very simple meow or a nay, 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 something easy. Nay, 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 nay. And you're trying to mess with the breathing and get that thing attacking a little harder. Nay, 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 nay. Now you've got something that's louder. But you notice I didn't go nay, 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 nay. And I lost my technique the second time. That's the idea of the perfect positioning. However fast you can do that without losing the position, that's really the amount of power you're going to have. Because when you go nay, 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 and you find that release, but there's really nothing behind it, the thing that makes it sound stronger, more like chest voice, nay, 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 nay. It's the speed of that attack that really gets it into that spot. But I'm trying to be as similar as I can. Nay, 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 nay. Right there. There's nothing going on. Nay, 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 nay. And you can tell that speed is what I'm going for. It's not the volume of air like nay, 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 where I'm just pushing out air. And you see the neck position goes crazy. And what you know about it by watching that is that you can get to the point where you breathe faster, trying to get more volume, which is okay. But what happens is your throat goes a little bit forward every time you increase that speed if you haven't practiced this. And what happens is it's a sensation of being ahead of your voice. You're one step ahead of it. So like you try to go here, nay, and you're beyond it, and you push a little bit more, nay, and it goes even further, nay, and then you're out of it. By the end of that thing, you keep pushing forward, and this gets down further and further. You end up losing like crazy. So the whole point you're trying to find is this chords, vocal cords, they're going to have to settle right here. Now if you can find them here at this spot where there's nothing going on, and you can gradually increase, nay, 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 nay. That's all you're looking to do. If it goes nay, 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 then you might as well just stop and go back and do something simple. So another prerequisite there of that positioning is obviously a relaxed neck. You can tell I'm constantly kind of checking to make sure that I'm not adding anything, and even my speech will get lazy right there. Nay, 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 meow, meow, mum, mum, gug, gug. The faster I attack that, the more I'm aware of that has to be released. If I try to put it into place, mum, 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 you know it's going to be out of whack. So the exercise that you're trying to do here to try to practice this is, of course, you have to find the natural position. So you're going to find that on something else, like a different one of these tips or your singing success. And you just have to know where it's at. It's very close to your talking. So if you can say, I'm just talking, blah, 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 nay, 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 that's where it's at, nay, nay, nay. And if it goes, I'm talking, and then nay, 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 nay happens, then this is not something you want to practice. You've got to have that natural position where the chords come together, and at least you get that first balance before you go and do something like this. But once you do have this, nay, it's a natural position, mum, very natural, mum, mum, mum. What you want to do is do staccato exercises that are not connected to each other. This is what I mean. Most people, when they do mum, 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 and they go mum, 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 what they do is go mum, 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 mum. And you hear all this stretch going on between the notes. If you really want to get this breathing thing figured out, you go to the smallest, thinnest place, and you breathe just enough volume of air to get this velocity to work right with that position of the vocal cord. Sounds like this. Ma, 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 ma. It's not very loud. And then once you do that, ma, 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 you see how each one is separate? You can practice that way on every note. Ma, 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 ma. You notice there's nothing ma, ma, ma. It's not stretching together. They're absolutely separate. Also, be checking for this. Mum, 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 mum. And all you're hearing there is that there's a tension between the notes. This exercise assumes that you're going to release at the end and the beginning of everything you sing. Ma, ma. The idea being you don't want it ever. So when you're actually singing the note, you don't want to have the tension. You don't want to have it in between. So this can really nail out the pathway of where these pitches actually sit. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. And what you'll also notice if you start doing it this way, remember this is not loud. If you do this loud, you're going to hurt this. You're going to hurt yourself too. You're going to notice your little stomach kind of goes on each one, kind of has this little bounce to it. That's totally fine. You don't want to do that on purpose where you tense up your stomach. No, that's not the point. That's not really going to help at all. If you just you'll notice in order to do that, your stomach's already going to go. And that right there is practicing the function of getting from nothing to something quickly. And that's really what people don't have if they want to have power. They're like, mom, 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 mom. How come I can't get my voice sounding powerful? Well, mom, 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 mom. You need that. Mom, 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 mom. That's what you're looking for. Ma, 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 that quickness there. Most people don't have that. It's something you have to develop. So the difference there between your head voice or your light mix and something that has a little more substance to it could be your ability to keep it completely normal like that and increase the velocity, right, of the attack. It's not hard to do, but it's something you don't naturally do. People want to go ma, 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 and it's slow, not ma, ma, ma. That's fast. Ma, ma, ma. That's slow. If I do both of those, ma, 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 I barely have to try. If I go ma, 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 I can't possibly get anywhere close to that sound. So I hear that sound and it freaks me out and it confuses me. Well, why don't you try doing it like this? Ma, 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 ma. You can feel it every time on the stomach. Ma, 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 ma. And no hole between them. Ma, ma, ma. If you hear that, stop. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. That's all. You're setting it up. You're not going for a full sound there. Absolutely not. You're actually not trying to, oh no, my voice has little spots that it doesn't work perfect. Great. Because that's exactly what you're figuring out there. What you'll notice is your tension will supplement your air. So if you ever start towards the top, and this will happen, where you go mum, 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 and those don't have individuality there, then you'll notice that's where the tension supplements the airspeed and the support of the note itself. So you just have to get beyond that threshold with your airspeed, and all of a sudden your chords go, and they suck together. Because there's another video we did where we show the air between two pieces of paper, and then you breathe just fast enough, and the air sucks the paper together. That's what's happening with your vocal cords. But on a very small level, just enough to meet that threshold. So you'll hear ma, ma, doesn't have it. Ma, 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 ma. There it is, right there. Ma, 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 ma. There it is. Ma, 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 ma. Right there, right there. Has nothing to do with holding the neck. You can notice there's no squeeze there to the neck. So as you keep doing that, you have to go from that staccato place, and you can exercise it for just a few minutes at a time. Don't go crazy with this. So let's say we're on it. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Now you can gradually move from that pop feeling to where you have a pop feeling at the beginning, but then it kind of smooths out. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. And then you start to realize how much tension you actually were holding when you add it back in there. So the idea is to go from that and then smooth it back out to the legato, because you're not going to sing your phrases with little pops in them everywhere. No, you get one at the beginning of your phrase, and you're required to carry it through the whole line. So how do you do that? Well, there's a few different exercises that can get you from the staccato, once you do exercise there, to get you to something that's a little more singing. And you have to do two things. It's either sustain or a siren, a slide, something that goes down. So let's say you're going nay, 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 nay. The logical thing would be able to go nay, 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 nay. And all it does is prove that I can keep breathing out from the very position that I started all the way out. So if you're at the top, nay, 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 nay. And it means that you're going to breathe out the whole time. Because that nay sets up the standard, and you have to go and take it all the way down through your bridges and everything. What you're going to want to do, nay, 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 and pull back in the middle. You can kind of go like this at first, nay, 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 to help the in keep the air moving forward. But ultimately, if you really want to sing with this, you have to move from the staccato, nay, nay, to smooth, nay, where it goes out at the beginning and stays all the way through. So that's obviously the next one you can do that's more musical after you do some slides. You can go nay, 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 nay. So what you notice, I'm doing the pop, pop, va, and then I just trust it. And I don't pull it back. Nay, nay, nay. Try to like find my little spot where I hold on to it. No. I'm trying to get used to this idea of going through the whole voice. And you can do that on the octave. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Where you can tell I'm going cha, and then letting it ride to the top. And you can also see how easy that makes those notes up top. And so if you're going through all those, you don't really put the pressure and the focus, oh my, I'm singing these notes. You're trying to actually learn how to sing easier by doing this, where you learn how to just touch the note where it's at. Nay, nay, nay. And then find out, nay, exactly how much that needs in order to go through your entire range on a phrase, whether you're going up or where you're going down. So, and then finally, if you can get that spot, then your battle is to obviously sing lyrics on it, and then starting the finesse so that you don't sound like you're going every time you hit a note. And that means that you sound like you're slow, nay, nay, where you're not going nay, 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 and jamming on it. You've got some finesse to it. So you do your exercise, nay, 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 where you can tell I'm kind of sneaking into it. But then once I decide, I go for it. Boom, there I am. Nay, 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 nay. And you make those decisions and have that finesse as much as you can. But as soon as the finesse turns into tension, where you're holding the neck to try to make it sound better, that's when I'd go back. Trust the technique over trying to make it sound better. Even when you're on stage or you're in the studio, give the benefit of the doubt to the technique. Because no matter how much you think you're improving the sound quality, tension and all that grip and everything, it doesn't sound good. It really doesn't. Emotional tensions in the voice, things that, oh man, those kinds of things that cause us to have outbursts or anger and emotion and bitterness and all sorts of different qualities because of that. That's a different type of squeeze. But the type of squeeze that doesn't sound good is just kind of squeeze that you'll fix easily if you just start having the right speed on your attack, on the breathing. So by doing the exercises you've always done, you've done nay forever, you've done mum forever, especially if you're a long-time student, you're doing them differently. Mum, mum, goog, 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 goog. And you're finding this little spot of air. And as soon as it goes away, fix it, do it again, and learn that spot. Take a step off, come back later, smooth it out with your legato, then bring it back to some words. And all of a sudden you realize you're hitting higher and easier and more powerfully than you ever have. And that's the goal anyway for breathing. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't blow. Just no. Have a little bit of care when you learn to do this. I'm sure you'll be much better off.